Hello everyone, and welcome to the follower special! Yay! Woo! That's so great! Finally! Yeah, it's time. I know. I promised this a long time ago. Been some weeks. But I was... Seriously, I have to say, I was so crushed by the raising viewer count on my channel. Yeah. It took me some time to realize this. I had some different ideas on how to do that, how to do this, and yeah, I could finally realize it. That is a great thing. Yeah, seriously. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do. You might know that when people lie down on the ground on a public place to make a statement, so they play dead to say, like, we are against war or we are against something, yeah, that's how it works. And after some other approaches, I thought that might be a good idea to make a statement like that in Conan Exiles, because Conan Exiles is actually the game that gave me that popularity that led to this special. That's why we're doing it in Conan Exiles. Even so, Conan Exiles is not getting the most views right now. But who cares? Who cares, right? Yeah, that's why we're gonna do it. Yeah, muss your hands, get ready. You have stuff to do. And without further trash talking and chit-chatting around here, let's get to work. Let's get some volunteers, right, for our quest. So, you might wonder why it actually took so long to do this, and yeah, I will talk about a little bit of the process, how everything came to be while I'm flashing around here. So, thing is, you will see in just a moment what I'm actually doing with my volunteers. And first, I wanted to do it with corpses, not with people who voluntarily lie down on the ground to help me make a statement. But the thing is that bodies, at first they tend to splatter when you kill the people, so the head lands somewhere totally different than the torso, and sometimes the legs fell off and stuff like that. And next problem also is after they scattered, they do not tend to stick around for very long, which of course doesn't help if you want to make something out of the bodies. So like corpse art kind of did not work out. Other things were just like, every time I went to do this, you can see I'm always having the same equipment. This is pretty late in the series. When I actually attempted this the last time, and it worked out how I wanted it. Thing is that every time I started recording this, it took me about half an hour to get... it took, of course, some time to get to a location where enough people were. Every time that took about 20 minutes, half an hour every time to arrange them back and forth. At the start, I had problems that the locations I picked didn't have enough people close enough together. You can see that later when I'm doing the third picture. That I got a lot of rubber banding because I went out of render distance of the people, and then they were not in position anymore, and that was a big problem as well. So I had to look for locations where enough people were close enough together, so I do not have to go out of their render distance, which is actually pretty small. It's much smaller than I expected. Also, why I'm not doing this with a second camera. The problem is on the second camera, they are not in the same location. I tried that out, and they just no. They do not lie around where I put them on the first camera. They're just somewhere else. It does not make any sense. but it's not working. It didn't work out, and I saw that too late. I made a whole recording of over an hour, I guess, before I checked back on the footage and saw, oh, fuck, it's actually not working. So yeah, same thing with the corpses. Taking a second camera was not working out. I had to do it with my main camera. Everything. That is why it's a little flimsy. And yeah, sometimes there's a little bit of rubber banding because I was too far away and they got scattered again. It was a bit of a problem connecting with this, so I had to restart the whole thing multiple times. And at the very start, when I was thinking or like planning a follow special, I had a totally different idea. I wanted to remake a song from Queen, Another One Bites the Dust, with in-game sounds and with the drums and stuff like that, because there's different drums. You could see that, the drums I set up, you could see that in one of my videos, or multiple of the videos from Conan Exiles when I ride past that. Problem is, just not enough sounds. There was not enough sounds to put that together, so it would sound cool and good, and yeah, maybe I save that idea for another game and for another follow special later. I don't know. I guess I see about that. But that was my first idea, and I worked on that over a week. I guess, yeah, it was over a week until I finally had to surrender to that task and say, no, this is out of my ability to do. Maybe it is possible for someone else who is better at editing sound and stuff like that, but for me, no, sadly it wasn't possible. So I took a different approach, and then I came up with let's do it with corpses, and I thought, oh no, that's not working. Okay, let's do it with knocked out people, and recorded it. There was no, it's not working as well with the second camera, and then I had to do it again and again and again. And yeah, so much stuff happened in that. Like, I wanted to, you can see that I picked a lot of locations in the desert, because the problem with locations up in the north were, you see that with the Y actually later, is that there's this light ground to put them on is actually makes them visible very good. And all the locations in the north were either very, very dark, so you couldn't see them very good, and or it would have very high grass on them. And sadly, there's not a lot of knockoutable thralls. Is that the right word? In the snowy regions, which would be really good underground, like a really good ground to put them on, would make them really visible because it's white, just white. So sadly, the high north. Same goes for the volcano. The ground is just too dark. They get swallowed up by the darkness. Sadly, all of this, it wasn't working. It wasn't showing very good how they were lying around. You could only see the very light spots, and no. So desert ground was the only thing to do, and I tried out that stuff as well. Yeah, and then had to start over again. Like, wasted so much time with different approaches. I really had to think it over again and again. But finally, after some time, it worked out, and then I could do all of this funny stuff. Seriously, I love it, how you can drag them around and yeah. Oh yeah, and sometimes I was really, really close to die, actually, doing this with only my half XP. I had to re-roll my stats for that one as well. Because with my normal stats, you know that if you saw other videos from my series, I tend to give off little explosions of corruption. And it was just kill them sometimes. Like, I was hitting them, and my hits triggered my AoE. They would take a lot of damage, or they would hit me and that would trigger an explosion and we were taking damage and more and more and more, and it wasn't working. It just wasn't working. So yeah, but in the end it all worked out, and now I will shut up and let this run until the very end. Yeah, till the very end. I hope you enjoy the show. If you want to see the finale, I put that in the timestamps, as well as the final picture, what we are actually doing here, to give a big thank you to everybody. Okay, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like what I did there. I have to say, all of our volunteers, sad as it might sound, they had a little accident after their service was over, and yeah, in the name of the mighty god of loot, they all died. I don't know how. I don't know how they all died, but they all died, and yeah, we picked up their stuff to make good use of it, I have to say. But this is actually the finale of this series as well, because with this one done, there would be only one thing to do left, and that is do my building. Sadly, time is much too short, so I won't be able to do all the building though, because there's so much building left to do on this build. It was much too big. I planned something too big here, too time consuming. It makes me a little bit sad, but we faced but we faced all the horrors of the Exiled Lands. We found a lot of new events with the Age of Sorcery series. We found we entered all dungeons and caves, and we cleared everything, and yeah, this build was a lot of fun with the corrupted starts, even so the sorcery was not of much use to us. And there's only one thing to do left to end this Conan Exiles series, and that is obviously she scratched my arm. Yeah, could you do that again? You scratch your arm again? No, not really. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Now we're done. Now that is actually leave, and yeah, that's what we're doing next. So here we are at dawn at the altar of Chaos Mouth. For everyone who does not know where this is, it's right here, Chaos Mouth. Yeah, next to the den and the aqueduct. Yeah, that's where you put all the stuff inside. I already did it. Funny thing is, when I put all the stuff in, they all became the keystone, and the diadem of the giant kings was still inside until I actually went out of the altar's inventory, which is quite funny. Okay, it's a funny thing, but we got the keystone. Yeah. Also, I took all my riches, my gold dust, my gold bars, my gold coins, my silver coins. Yeah, because I'm gonna take that with me outside of the Exiled Lands. Also, all my weapons and my keys. Maybe I can sell those to some treasure hunters later. Like here, go to a dangerous place. Maybe you get something useful if you go here. But yeah, that's how it plays out. Can we put this into a bar? Oh yeah, we can actually do that. That's cool. So yeah, you put all the stuff inside, all the funny items, and then you get the keystone. Now we can leave. So before we do that, before I press the holy button, funny, the event is still up there. I think this event is now up for, I don't know, 2 weeks or something on the server. It doesn't end. Never ends on its own, but okay. Yeah, rob your chin. Good thing. Am I... What do I think about... No, I'm just gonna cut that out. So, I guess it's time to do it. Time to do it. I really hope this is an achievement. I hope this is a secret achievement. I think so. So let's go. Let's leave behind the Exiled Lands for the free world, the world outside, the world of Conan the Barbarian, which is a brutal one as well. But we're rich now, and we have strength and weapons. So maybe we build... Sometime in the future, our character will build an off-screen kingdom somewhere in the world of Conan the Barbarian. Who knows? Who knows? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this series. I did for sure. It was a lot of fun, except for the bugs and stuff like that. And if you do enjoy this special, and you're not a subscriber, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you're a subscriber, I hope you liked it. I hope you liked it a lot. And and I see you all back in another game, in another time, maybe live on stream, maybe here on YouTube. But I wish all of you a lot of good vibes, and I guess it's love, peace, and gaming, people. Love, peace, and gaming. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Exiled Lands. Remove your bracelet and escape from the Exiled Lands. Please note that doing so will permanently delete your character and restart the game. Yes. No achievement. It's not an achievement. No.